Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Balazs. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hard. What we got? Switch.
Now it's Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Balazs. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Rosen. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. They run it with Balazs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Here's a run with Balazs. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
He's not going to get me. Check 3.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Second and long. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Squeeze, double.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
And that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line.
We got 3.
From the gun, Fields. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You go tight. You got
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Check 3, check 3, check the weapon. Pause.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Toss play to Balaj. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Balaj. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit.
And oh, that is gonna be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Here comes Grant on the return.
Come on, fellas.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Mike to 59. Crunch time, defense. Switch. Alert.
On the toss, here's Balaj. And some space here. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Balaj. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Be ready. Alert. Check 53. I got you. Can I run that? Joker. Alert. Kill.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
57. I'm here. Here all day. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check 49. Watch the safety creep. He's coming.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Pittsburgh. Man up, D. Man up, D. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
To throw on third down. Fields trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's headers. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing on first down. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Come on, boy. You better go. Don't be scared of it. Check 99.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Looking to throw. Fields. He'll buy some time right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Don't say nothing.
On third down, Fields. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Come on, look slow. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. I'm coming. Go. 55, Mike, 55. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On 1st and 10, Fields. And he comes back with one complete. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check right. Watching the 5. Get ready.
Operating from the gun, Fields. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3rd and long. Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Dolphins 16, Browns 2.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
From the gun, Fields. He's going to air one out. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
It's now 2nd down and 20.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Check.
A final shot before break. Fields. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Echo. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
Operating from the gun, Fields. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 37-yard line.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 6. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. Oh, twisting away, spinning away. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
2nd and 5. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Whip. Watch the whip.
On 1st down, Barkley. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Tighten down. There you go.
Second and 4. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. 3 buns, 3 buns.
From the gun, Fields. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check nickel.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley.
Saquon Barkley on the carry.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Again, it's Barkley. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
No chance. Jim.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This will be taken very short. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
3 down, 3 down.
Throwing again. Fields. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to throw. Fields. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
52. Switch up, switch up.
On 1st down, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Come on, baby.
To throw again. Fields. Steps away to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 11. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Linder. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Back, back, back. Check 37. Check 37.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
A draw play now. Balaj. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Monday.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Deuce, 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 deuce.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Monday. 53 is the mic. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Now they try the right side here. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And his kick is indeed good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Let's go, D. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Hey, let's get in that house. 52's the mic, boys.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Wide open receiver complete. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Watch QB drop. 66. Bullet. Now. Thick guy. Kill, kill, kill.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Defense wins championships, baby.
On 1st and 10, Fields. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fields. Flushed out right. He'll run it.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flush to his right. He can run, and the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.